Welcome to your news, presented by Oliver.
Hello! Welcome to your news! Hey, on the big story on the big news!
This Christmas we all partied for a good cause as we welcomed singer Claire Brook to our stages. Claire recently released her Angels on Earth charity single with Jonathan Ansell and Homeless Street Angels, a charity that offer weekly support for those living on the streets of Leeds. Many of you came to watch Claire perform in several of our day services, at some of your Christmas parties, and Kirkstall Base even appeared in her social media campaign. Claire has raised over £15,000 for Homeless Street Angels, and this money will help over 600 families that the charity supports with hot food and warm clothes. You can watch Angels on Earth on YouTube and download or donate from homelessstreetangels.co.uk. The festive season was a busy one as ever, and wow, you all really got into the Christmas spirit. There was music in the air this season as you enjoyed so many spectacular performances, whether you went to a pantomime, enjoyed the Pudsey Ukulele Band at our Pudsey community base, joined Claire Brook raising money for the Homeless Street Angels at one of our Christmas dances, jammed with the Skyfallers at the Crooked Clock, or enjoyed an Elvis tribute act at Bramley. You also enjoyed lots of delicious food when you went out for Christmas lunch or ate from the buffet at one of our many Christmas parties. Some of you even enjoyed hot chocolate on board the Polar Express with Santa Claus. We hope that however you spend your Christmas, whether you stayed at home, visited family and friends or partied throughout the season, that it was as merry as can be. Over the past few months we held our annual Designer Christmas Card competition and you really let your creativity shine. Judging gets tougher every year with hundreds of stunning entries. The judging panel had a fantastic time looking at every single one and choosing our finalists and the overall winner. We held a presentation ceremony at Hillside where Zoe Bourne, our chief exec, presented the finalists with their prizes and showed off their beautiful work. The biggest smiles came when surprise guest Ronnie the Rhino came to help Zoe announce the winners and reveal the overall winning design. Thank you to everyone who took part and entered, and well done to our finalists and area winners. In the East North East, our winner was Jolene Lewis. In the West North West, our winner was Sarah Reid, and our overall winner from the South South East was Edgar Horatio. Thank you and well done to everyone. Leeds City Museum opened its doors once again to host the International Day of Disabled People Marketplace event. Aspire held a stall along with many of our partners and our hosts, Forum Central. We enjoyed inspiring speeches from Lord Mayor Councillor Al Garthwaite, Disability Champion Councillor Kevin Ritchie, Sports Superstar Jodie Boyd-Ward and Accessibility Travel Consultant Craig Grimes. We loved seeing so many of you on the day and enjoying the interactive sessions available. These included sessions by Active Leeds, Yorkshire Dance and the Feel Good Circus. We even managed to get Councillor Ritchie to spin a play or two, and we had a great time celebrating the accomplishments of people with disabilities in Leeds, and we will continue to work together to make Leeds the most inclusive city in the country. Everyone got into the spooky spirit this Halloween, whether it was with scary decorations, creepy costumes or ghoulish parties. You all celebrated in style. Hillside completed their annual zombie walk, raising £65 for Cats Action Trust. That will help keep a lot of hungry cats fed this winter. We also held our annual Halloween art and costume competitions. Once again, you really showed your creativity. Congratulations go to our winners. The winners of our art competition were, in the East North East, Janet at Endercliff, in the South South East, David at Rothwell Sports, and in the West North West, Kimmy Lou at Holt Park. The winners of our costume competition include, in the East North East, Gilberto from Scott Hall, in the South South East, Damien at Garforth, and in the West North West, Lewis from Strawberry Lane. We can't wait to see what frightening delights next year will bring.
Hey, on to the Golden City!
Many of you have asked us for more dance and drama opportunities throughout Aspire, and we have delivered. We held local auditions over several days to create 2 brand new area-specific performing arts groups. The talent and star power on display was simply show-stopping. We recently released our cast lists in service, and the groups look forward to getting started in January, where they will begin to build their repertoire. With lots of hard work and commitment, they'll be on a stage near you before we know it. When Sammy began designing his bedroom makeover, he knew exactly what he wanted. He has been so excited to show off his gorilla mural. What a wild design, we love it. Crystal and Reese have been some of the first at Crossgates to join our new tennis sessions. Tennis is fab for learning teamwork, coordination and getting some exercise. Reese gave our sports coordinator Ian a right run for his money, and by the end of the session both of them were exhausted. Despite the cold, the folks at Scott Hall Respite really made the most of their recent stays. Pat and Jack enjoyed a trip to York where they couldn't get enough of the historic sites. In fact, it was the highlight of their stay. There's nothing better than when our bases work together. When the Bramley team heard that Holt Park were creating their own sensory space for Edwin to relax in, they were on hand to help with crafting and lighting. Edwin's Sensory Corner is now the place to be, with mirrors reflecting the magical lighting. He loves relaxing there and has enjoyed many a pamper session in his sensory paradise. Elizabeth went to college with the aim of being able to read her own schedule and diary. She's been working very hard on her reading skills despite feeling nervous, and after lots of practice, Elizabeth finally achieved her goal and has even been reading aloud in class. Well done, Elizabeth, what a fantastic achievement. Our community bases in the East have been working hard learning new digital skills and using their creativity to create unusual and abstract images and self-portraits. In November, the group got to show off their hard work in an exhibition at Left Bank, where the group spent time talking about what they've learned and what they enjoyed before proudly proclaiming, "I am an artist." Back by popular demand, we're excited to bring you the second episode of Chris's Chats, an Aspire podcast hosted and co-produced by Chris, a member of Aspire. This episode, Chris met with our original performing arts group, Dramarama, to talk about the group's history and the future of performing arts in Aspire. Here's a quick sneak peek of the episode.
After they'd watched shows, and I think it was a member of the board of disabled people, the people in Leeds, who got in touch and asked us to perform at an event because they saw just how creative we are as a group and how diverse we are as well, that everybody's different in that group, and that no two people with a disability are the same, are they? You know, everybody's unique, we're all different, and that's what makes us individual, doesn't it?
Tune into the next Chris's Chats, where we will be interviewing our Sports and Wellbeing Coordinator Ian Graham and discussing sports and learning disabilities in Leeds. If you have any suggestions or topics you'd like to see discussed on the podcast, email Jodie Linley McVeigh at jodie.linley@aspirecbs.org.uk. We are sad to report the deaths of Jill Pinder, Sarah Jones, Samantha Seed and Minnie Butler. They were all much loved and will be missed by those whose lives they touched. We remember them fondly, and our deepest condolences go out to their family and friends. We would like to wish Craig Draper all the best for his retirement after supporting people with learning disabilities in Leeds for an impressive 15 years. Happy retirement, Craig! Many of you have celebrated a birthday since our last issue, and some of you have hit some very exciting milestones. June turned 30 and had a big party with her family and friends. Gemma turned 14 and enjoyed a delicious slice of cake and was given a teddy bear that was almost as big as her. A number of you have celebrated 60th birthdays, including Sean, Lindsay, Linda, Peter, Cheryl, Christopher and Roger. Anthony, Robert and Roderick all turned 70, enjoying parties with their friends, whilst Hazel and Margaret both celebrated their 75th in December. Tony will be celebrating his 80th this month, and we know he'll be celebrating in style. Clifford celebrated a milestone 85th birthday with a delicious fish and chip lunch, and will soon be joined by Barbara, who turns 85 at the end of the month. A big happy birthday to all who have celebrated over the past few months. ArtLink have had a busy winter, finishing 2 successful projects. The Naburn community-based folk joined them in creating a magical, digital, interactive light display as part of Leeds Light Night, where the Bramley team performed a play about the seasons of the year for their family and friends. The show took us through the warmth of spring and ended with the audience being pelleted by snowballs. What a triumph! Bright Sparks wowed us again with 2 sold-out performances of Paradise Club. The audiences were packed in to witness the festive fun, complete with guest appearance from Patrick Swayze and exciting wrestling matches. The team really brought down the house and we can't wait to see what they're cooking up next. A huge happy 50th birthday to the Gateway Club. The group recently celebrated in style with a huge anniversary party where everyone dressed in their finest, played games and danced the night away. Congratulations on past successes and here's to another 50 years. Lippy people have completed another round of the 4Ls project. That's life, loss, learning, legacy. The project featured a number of you in a film talking about your experiences of the loss of a loved one and your grieving journey. The videos were screened in front of family and friends, and all who attended agreed that it was an emotional and inspiring day. We are delighted that the Lippy team has won a well-deserved, highly commended prize at the Compassionate City Awards, where our very own Nicola proudly joined them on stage to collect the award on the night. The second Positive Digital Walk with positive changes and 100% digital leads was a huge hit. This time you joined them at Alney Mills to stay out of the cold, and you were taught to use iPads with quizzes about history and the museum, and it ended with a viewing in the cinema. Everyone had a fantastic time and learned some valuable technology skills. The Leeds Rhinos Foundation have had a busy winter, and the Learning Disability Super League, or LDSL, wrapped up their end-of-year celebrations with an award show where the team were presented with medals and certificates for their ongoing efforts. Those that couldn't attend didn't miss out, as Ronnie the Rhino made trips to join them at their Christmas parties where he handed over their medals. Thanks to Ed, Ben, Ronnie the Rhino and all at the Leeds Rhinos Foundation for all that you do, and a well done to Reese, Stephen, John, Martin, Amy, Carl, Kelly, Linda, Peter, Rajesh and Richard for your hard work. We can't wait to see you develop your skills further in the new year. For those who are interested in joining the Learning Disability Super League team, contact our Health and Wellbeing Coordinator at ian.graham@aspirecbs.org.uk. Vera Media have once again teamed up with the Ginger Cats Theatre Group to help them brush up on their technical skills. This time the group have been working on creating sound effects and music with keyboards. Maybe we'll hear them in the next Ginger Cats performance. Yamson recently hosted Yam's Got Talent, which showcased the wide range of talented singers that they have, and everyone was thrilled to take home a certificate for taking part. The group also hosted a Christmas party that had everyone singing and dancing into the festive season. Well done to everyone who took part. Yorkshire Dance have not only been busy hosting their regular sessions, but also ran an open session at the International Day of Disabled People Marketplace event. They welcomed some familiar faces and many new ones and invited them to join the session to express themselves through movement, where there was no shortage of fun and laughter. The team has returned from their Christmas break and are back to creating movement magic.
He has the authority.
On the 29th of January, we have Richmond Hill and Elderly Action Art and Photography exhibit. This takes place at Richmond Hill Community Centre from 10 a.m. with a £1 entry fee. All proceeds will be donated to Elderly Action and Leeds Hospitals charity. On the 10th of February, it's Chinese New Year, introducing the Year of the Dragon. And on the 14th of February, we celebrate Valentine's Day, so get your cards bought and your poems written now. On the 5th of March, we have a carers information session taking place at Potter Newton Fulfilling Live Service from 10:30 until 1 p.m. On the 7th of March, we have our much-loved Cultural Awareness Day. This year's theme is Celebration of Cultures and will take place at the Irish Centre, so keep your eyes peeled for more information soon. On the 13th of March, we have a carers information session taking place at the Bramley Fulfilling Live Service from 10:30 to 1 p.m, and another carers session will take place on the 20th of March, this time at Rothwell Fulfilling Live Service, and again this is 10:30 until 1 p.m. The theme of all of our early spring carers information sessions are respite and day services, so please join us if you have any questions. The 29th of March is Good Friday Bank Holiday, and this year we celebrate Easter Sunday on the 31st of March. And finally, Our 2024 Equality and Diversity Calendar is out now, packed full of useful dates and information. This year we ran a competition to design our front cover, and we are featuring a winning design by Peter. Isn't it fantastic? Don't forget to tell us your good news stories so we can let everybody know about them. Send them to newsletter@aspirecbs.org.uk. The next issue of the newsletter will be out around March 2024.
That's what I want to know.